Hello everyone, welcome back to a new episode of Wanderstop. Last time we left off, we met a monster. I also had to make some really complicated tea for Nana. Hey. Hello miss, Boro is having yet another one of his silly ideas. Feeling like the pots inside our shop are looking a little barren. I thought to ask you to fill them up with some plants. Certain you'll find some lovely plant arrangements that would suit our aesthetic perfectly. Sure, I'll try and find some time for it. Lovely. Any plants should do the trick. I will let you decide which ones. You can just be filling the big stationary pots. No need to fill the smaller ones unless you really want to. You're doing it. How about I draw up a little picture for you? Ro is not much of an artist, it's true, but I'm enjoying drawing from time to time. That's the important thing, that you enjoy it. You filled up our shop with lovely plants. Come see me and I will give you whatever I've managed to draw. Okay. So, I need a refresher on what exactly it was that you wanted. So hold up, where's the cup of coffee? Working on it, chill. Absolutely not, I will never chill and nothing you say will ever change that. There are 2 coffee beans in hot water, then pour warm whaling and Melium coffee on top of it. Okay. 2 coffee beans in hot water. Also, hello. Hi, howdy, book lovers. It's Book by Mail Club again. Wowee, that analysis of the Dirk Warhard franchise was a real bummer, wasn't it? I didn't know all of that, and frankly, I didn't need to. Tell you what, let's ignore all of that dreary nonsense. Oh, God. Julia, good old-fashioned Dirk Warhard novel. This one's called Bullets Forever. I can't wait to find out who Dirk Warhard kills this time. Yours in literature, Book by Mail. Oh, God. I should go stash this for the moment. I'm going to try to remember to come back and read it at the end of the episode, but I don't want to cut the beginning of this video off at the knees by reading that right at the beginning. So we'll come back for it. We will come back for it. More? To the person who mailed oh so many packages, Detective Greyline here. Well, if it isn't my old rival. Yes, for a time you thought you had bested me with your admittedly very impressive ability to turn up critical evidence at a moment's notice. But it is I who was getting the last laugh. You see, your latest package contained clear evidence that Mayor Quimson had for years been conducting underhanded deals with corporate magnates to ensure the downfall of our city's detectives, so as to allow these leaders of industry to bring corporate presence into town while conducting business in unscrupulous and illegal ways that would have been difficult for detectives like me to unearth if the mayor's plan of suppressing all detective work had been successful. Therefore, Mayor Quimson has been disposed, and I have been elected to take his place. That's right, Mayor Greyline is on the job. You and I have had our differences. I can't say I respect your methods, but I'm grateful for this one last gesture on your part. Attached is a photo of me, hanging somewhere special. Okay, detective, I guess, detective. Oh, that picture of Boros is loading in. Give it a second. Give it a second. Greyline, do I even have a good spot for you? I don't really know that I do, Greyline. Here, you can sit up here. Alright. So I need some things to fill the pots here. I do have some seeds. So... oh, I didn't mean to put a yellow in there. Whoops. Okay, well I was gonna alternate it, but let's have them line up here for now. That one's a little bit different. Green for this? Let's alternate it a bit. There you go. Yeah, that looks cute. And then here, blue, yellow. What is that out there? Oh, that's just you running through the mud. Green. And then pink. Alright, and then if we could get some small hybrids to put up here, that would be kind of cute, I think. There's probably some out here I can grab in a pot. In some places. Like you. What about you? What do you give me? If I water you really quickly. What will you give me? We'll get to Nana's coffee in a second. It's intimidating because it's way more work than anything else I've done, but just one moment. What do you give me? Okay, you give seeds. Cool. So you're going in the shop. Yeah, where's my pots? Come here, you. You get moved in here. That kind of covers up that picture if I put it right there. I'll put you there. Yeah, that's fine with me. Any other cute ones around? I wish I could pick this thing up. Put it in there. Not an option, unfortunately. What about you? Did you give me seeds too? I think you did. Sure did. Thank you. Seed, seed, and seed. Cool. That looks good to me. Oh wait, I needed to grab it in my pot. Come here, you. You're going to be put inside. You look like, I don't know, it looks like a bunch of like lollipops. That's what I think of. There you go. Cool. Frog stares into my soul. And we have more pots up there. God, there's a lot of them. Alright, let's go ahead and make some of that coffee. And then this is the dirt thing that I made. Yeah, that can go. That can go. I don't think we need I don't think we need the dirt coffee to stay. God, there's a whole lot of that in there. Jeez, enjoy that flower, I guess. Alright. So yeah, we do need hot first, but then it needs to be warm with medium and something else. So I will have to grow some stuff in a second. But this is just like a double shot of coffee. Like a double espresso or something. I don't know. I don't do coffee that much. Okay. We have 4 beans. So toss. And toss. And kick. Alright. So, I get that cup. I'll set this over here. It's not going to be hot anymore in, like, just a second, but I need the other fruit that I need. So we needed... whistleberries? Whaling fruit. And sweet mediums. Okay, so I need a whaling fruit, which was yellow with some pink around it. I'll put it like over here. That seems good. Yeah. This... No, wrong thing. Yellow with pink around it. There. And then we need one of you. One of you. And one of you. And water. There we go. Thank you kindly. There's my whaling fruits. So now we just need the other thing, which was, whoops, didn't mean to do that. Green with something around it. Green with pink. So luckily I just barely have enough pink. And yeah. There you go. There you go. And there you go. Good. Now what you got for me? My sweet medium. Yes. There we go. Okay, and you said get it to like half boiling? Alright, let's... Alright, that's double bean. There you go. Put that right here. That's like a... yeah. Alright, now this needs to be cleared. It'll clear it itself. Let's just go ahead and do this. So, let's fill you up. And you said get it to about half boiling. Uh-huh. I'd say that's about half. There we go. Alright, and then we need coffee bean with whaling fruit and sweet melium. Alright. Kick it. And you go over here. No! Did somebody come and drink my other coffee? Or is it just too old now? No. Oh, I screwed it up, apparently. Okay, so I guess I should leave that in here because that was the hardest one to make. And what we're gonna have to do is we're just gonna have to make another one. Like, really quick. Ah, that's pain. Okay, I think I need more coffee. Yeah, because I gotta do another double dose. So that's just gonna have to sit in there for a second. There you go. Wow, yours is the biggest pain in the ass to make. Let's see. Alright. And another dirty bean there. Alright, so what I'm going to do this time is I'm going to prep the second coffee, have the 2 cups sitting there so I can basically pour one and then get ready with the next one. So... yeah, we're gonna have to be fast. Like, I don't know if somebody came around and drank it or what, but I was trying to prep that. So, need to go get another bean. Oh, you're not back with my beans yet? Hurry up, I need my beans. Think a bean's coming? A bean is not coming. Where are my beans? Supposed to have my beans. It was on one of the further away little trains. Okay, there they come. Bean me, please. Thank you. Alright, so now that I have 2 clean coffee beans, yes. We go up here. And what we need to do is hit this. Oh, but wait, maybe that's the problem. Oh no, I did screw it up. I did screw it up, I see now. You said pour one on top of it, and I was thinking I would get like 2 different glasses out, like 2 different cups, and then use 1 cup on the other cup. I think more so what needs to happen is I need to fill 1 cup with the old and then put a new one in. Oh, that sucks. That really sucks. Okay, so that means this is basically just like a waste. This right here. That, I think that's what it means. I think, yeah, like I keep the cup of the other one on there, and then I just have this next one prepped to go. That sucks. Oh well. Let's grab you. Leave it to Nana to have me, to request the most obnoxious thing possible. God. Alright, so we have 3 coffee beans. I need another one of that other fruit to make this work. One of these. There you. Alright. God, you're obnoxious. And we gotta keep the order of everything that we have to do together here as well. That thing just flew out of my hands. Alright. So here. Yes. Alright, and we are going to make this boil. Hopefully we do it correctly this time. God, I hope I have time to read Dirk Warhart. This is gonna take so long that it's a struggle. Alright. Kick. Coffee bean. Boom. Oh my god, this one's still here! Oh wait, no. No, I think this is fine. I think this is fine. I think it's fine? I don't know. Did I leave my old one here and... I'm gonna try to see if this is fine. I'm not sure, quite frankly. I think they, like, combined, basically. They did. I think they kind of combined. I'm not sure if this is going to work, and I don't want to waste my fruit for it just to be a failure. Fine, I'll try it, just to... I'm thinking I had my old brew in there still, and that's gonna screw it up. I'm thinking that's gonna screw it up. Okay. So I overflowed that cup. Now we're just gonna pour some on top of here. There. Pour it on top. Hopefully this is what Nana wants, otherwise I'm gonna be a little bit salty with you. Honestly, I hope this burns. I hope this burns you. Here's your coffee. Okay. Did it work? Hot dang, Missy, you made a cup of coffee. Oh, it worked! Okay. The finest cup I ever had? Not a chance, but it'll do. Huh, it'll do. Look at that. You got me all drippy and sentimental. Alright, fine. You upload you're into the things. You get to take one item. Stars above, some cup, tea shop loser. I want tea shop loser. There, business settled. Now get out of my hair. Tea shop loser. Boro, look. At you. Let's set you right here. Yeah, Boro will always be watching. Okay, that looks good. Now what? I guess you still want me to decorate all of those things. I could try to make some of the hybrids I've never made before. There's also this. I need to grab more seeds from this and then I can put that in there. There we are. Good, good. And you come with me as well. So yeah, I need to collect that one and this one. Oh, I can walk in this little area. I was thinking the water was going to block me off, but yeah, it's not that deep. It's just a small amount of water. Okay. Give me your seeds, but then you're coming with me. Boom. Alright. Into the pot you go, you little, like, you just look like a pine tree? Not a pine tree. Like a... yeah, like a little Christmas tree, I guess. Yeah. Am I crazy? Why? I think my brain's falling apart right now. And I'm like, wait, are those the same thing? And then I was like, no, they're not. They're not. But I don't know. My brain's falling apart right now. It's been a long work day. Yesterday I actually had to work like 11 hours, so that was not ideal, let's say. Alright, hello. Give me this in my beautiful purple pot. Okay, we're gonna be covering up this picture, but you want every single one filled. So... I'll grab you as well. Even though you're not, like, crazy or anything. You're not even, like, a small hybrid. We'll just put you there to put something. Alright, how many more are left? There's a pot right there. That needs like a nicer one, like some kind of small hybrid I think I want to put in that one. Those two are done. That's done, that's done, that's done. That's done. One more in here. So I need two things. And oh, we do have an update with Nana now. Let's make some of the small hybrids we've never made. Devil hair fern and bungler curls. Sure. Let's make those two. So that with, I mean, I'm just guessing here, but good. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, I like that a fair bit. I'm not gonna get all the seeds from this thing, but I'll get a few. I'm mostly just gonna put you over here in the shop. Come here, you. Okay, so where was that? One more pot. There we go. That's a nice one. And then let's do a green, since I'm pretty sure we don't have one of the green smaller hybrids. And then like blue. Let's do that. This'll come out well, right? Ah, yeah, that's very cute. Okay. You're coming with me. And this was the second floor in the reading room. Yes. There you go. I think I'm done, Boro. I think that's every pot. Oh, miss. Filled the pots with plants. You did, Miss Alta. It looks quite lovely. Very glad that even here in the twilight of our time together, you are still taking the time to make our space beautiful. Means a lot to Boro. Truly it does. Now then, are you quite ready to see this little drawing that I've cooked up? And here it is. What do you think? Oh, not bad. Thank you so much. It turned out rather well, if I am saying so. I'll call this piece A Million Tiny Delights. Yes, that is a good name. Here, I would be honored to let you take this drawing with you. Thank you again so much. I gotta put it on the wall, Boro. Sorry to that bit of art right there. This is just too good. Alright. Alright, Nana. What do you have to say? You're not closing up shop again already, are you? Nope. Hey, you there, come here. Hello, customer of Wanderstop. How may I help you today? Ah, cut the crap. I don't need your sass. Go over there. Child, one behaving like a little gremlin. Where's its parents? Honestly, don't know. Asked, but she wouldn't tell me. It's off the leash running around causing havoc. Don't like it. That's it. That's all I had to say. Now get out of here. Make me. Wait, what? I'm not gonna be a brat for Nana, no. Bye, Nana. Wait, don't leave. Yeah? Coffee. I need another coffee. The old girl's running dry. You give me another item from your shop if I do? Another item? Come on, don't tell me you're just barging right into negotiations like that. Anyone ever taught you to haggle? This is basic stuff. In fact, here it is. Professor Currency's Guide to Economic Volume 6 covers haggling front to back. Oh, God. Study up, then do me a favor and don't waste my time. Oh, and bring me that coffee. Bring me your coffee and maybe we'll assess the trading another item situation. Maybe, possibly, promise nothing. Last coffee you brought me was a little weak. Let's kick this one up. Gonna need a batch of 3 beans and pour it into a cup, then make a second batch of warm water with whaling, 1 more coffee bean, and actually get the melium out of there. I hate vanilla. Got no idea what I was thinking. Put some cinnamon in there instead. Needs a bit of a kick. Pour that baby on top of the 3 bean. Sheesh, I ought to just make the dang thing myself. You're lucky I'm busy tending the stall. I'll stop talking. Oh my god, you're annoying to make coffee for. Okay, well we have 2 books to read, and I'm really not excited about economics. Alright, I mean, let's... I'm keeping it in my inventory, so I'll know, you know, for later that I didn't read it. And this is the one I need to read. Bullets Forever. Alright. It had happened. The unthinkable had happened. Dirk Warhard was dead. How would such a tragedy come to pass? It all began exactly 2 weeks prior. Dirk Warhard had successfully concluded a top-secret mission to eliminate the world's #1 terrorist, Richard McElevator. Technically, every mission Dirk Warhard engaged in was top secret, yet Dirk Warhard was also the single most popular and beloved individual on Earth, with all of his exploits catalogued extensively in a quarterly review magazine. The quarterly review magazine, Warhard Weekly, also included supplemental materials such as fashion model foldouts of Dirk Warhard and reader quizzes like Where Would Dirk Warhard Punch You to Kill You Instantly? Readers of the latest Warhard Weekly would learn of how Dirk Warhard had defeated the world's #1 terrorist, Richard McElevator, in a thrilling high-speed boat fight. The fight didn't actually take place on a boat, more so it featured Dirk Warhard literally lifting a boat out of the water and smashing McElevator to death with it. Dirk Warhard had never killed a criminal with a boat before, and the sheer thrill of it blew his mind. In fact, days later, he was still riding a breathtaking high, yet by the weekend, his adrenaline had cooled off, and the reality began to sink in that it was an experience he'd never again get to relive. After all, Richard McElevator had been the world's #1 terrorist. The next best thing Dirk Warhard would accomplish at this point would be to crush the world's #2 terrorist with a boat, and that just didn't light any sort of fire in his soul. For days he languished in a cruel depression, tortured by the joys of a life he'd never get to relive, and at last, after 2 full weeks of despair, Dirk Warhard arrived at an ingenious realization. If he were to die, then he would be able to travel to the afterlife, where he could once again defeat the world's #1 terrorist, Richard McElevator, in a high-speed afterlife boat battle. Oh god. Thus, Dirk Warhard set on a high-stakes, life-threatening mission to die. His effort proved more difficult than expected. He'd spent decades training his skin to resist bullets and building up spiritual karma to resist the magic of voodoo effigies. He drank poison every morning, guzzled poison as he was going to bed, popped poison pills periodically during mission. A doctor once said that his body was more poison than water, and that made Dirk Warhard so happy that he shot the doctor right in the kidneys. In the end, he decided to think himself to death. Dirk Warhard made it a point of pride to never think too hard about anything, and so it was perhaps the only way in which he was truly vulnerable. He began by attempting to spell long and complicated words, yet discovered that he was a natural genius at spelling. Then he decided to invent entirely new, much more complex words, and found he was a master at that too. Finally, he decided to invent and spell the single longest word imaginable, and that's what finally got him. The word was so long that it took him 2 weeks to spell it, after which his brain gave out and died due to sheer hatred of letters. The last thing he yelled before blackness consumed him was "Hell had better rule." Dirk Warhard came to. He was lying in an old wooden ferry, floating down a grey river surrounded on all sides by heavy brown mist. The stench of death hung in the air. Standing next to Dirk Warhard in the ferry was an ancient-looking boatman, a frail and bony figure covered from head to toe in tattered black cloth. The boatman propelled the ferry forward with a spindly wooden oar and groaned as he rowed. "Thanks, Kauron." After some time, the boatman looked down at Dirk Warhard. "Oh snap, you Dirk Warhard?" Boatman began to tremble with excitement. Oh my god, I'm such a big fan. You're a freaking legend around here. A lot of people I ferry were killed. By you." Indeed, as Dirk Warhard looked around the underworld, he could see it was packed with perished souls, many of whom he had killed either intentionally, unintentionally, or both. He recognized many of the evildoers he put away, villains whom Dirk Warhard felt a moral responsibility to eliminate because they had wished harm on the everyday common man. He had killed a lot of everyday common man too. Janitors, doctors, improv comedians. Always with the improv comedians. Dirk Warhard pursued his passion for violence with eyes unclouded by discrimination or class distinction, and in this sense he was the most moral human to ever live. He recognized the souls of many political envoys and ambassadors whom he'd murdered, peaceful people whom he'd specifically been assigned to protect. A small voice in the back of his head wondered why he kept getting assigned to protect peaceful political envoys. He easily crushed the doubts with his unstoppable mind. Another victory for freedom of thought. Dirk Warhard took some photos of the boatman and signed his copy of Warhard Weekly, and then the two of them proceeded down the river. As they went, still more recognizable faces of people he'd eliminated passed by. Many of the handlers who had been assigned to him on missions, lovers of all shapes and sizes, cashiers who'd accidentally given him too much change back, driving instructors administering his driver's license exam. Dirk Warhard had tried to get his driver's license many times over the years, but his driving was so precise and so extreme that every driving instructor who'd ever ridden in a car with him had spontaneously exploded from the thrill. His lack of a proper driver's license continued to be a point of friction between him and his agency. Now at last they passed by the face Dirk Warhard had been searching for all along, Richard McElevator, the world's #1 terrorist. Look at him standing over there so smug and secure, thinking he's safe just because he's dead. Dirk Warhard boiled over with rage. He leapt from the ferry, then in midair grabbed the ferry out of the water and smashed it down upon McElevator's head. The ferry splintered into 1,000 pieces, and Richard McElevator, the world's #1 terrorist, was eradicated completely from all planes of existence. The boatman who'd been thrown from the ferry when this happened began hooting and hollering and pumping his fist. "Yes, bro, yes, just like that. That's how we do it in this house." And for his part, Dirk Warhard felt the same rush of pure bliss as he'd felt during his previous boat kill. the same joy filling his soul completely from within, and he knew that the adventure had all been worth it, until a figure of pure light emerged from the heavy mist. This being was impossible to describe. It felt to Dirk Warhard like a figure from a dream he'd forgotten from long ago. The being was impossible to directly perceive. When Dirk Warhard tried to look at it, he felt only a sense of balance and equanimity. From the center of this being flowed the essence of all things, of light and dark, and the creation of time, and the beginning of time and the end of creation. This being both existed and did not exist, and when it spoke without speaking. Dirk Warhard, said the being of light, you have come to the land of the perished and have destroyed a soul. You have eradicated life, not just from the mortal plane, but from all existence. The being floated in all directions simultaneously, illuminating the landscape. All things are bound by eternity, even in this place. Life is merely exchanged in a continual transfer of energy. It is this perpetual movement of life, its ebb and flow, which gives rise to consciousness. Your own consciousness depends on this life energy. To destroy it is to threaten life itself. Now the being of light coalesced into a single form and stood before Dirk Warhard. Come, Dirk Warhard, I extend to you my friendship and my knowledge. Your power is so immense, I ask you to employ it in the pursuit of true compassion towards others. There is no power so great as that which stems from a place of genuine love. I wish this for you. Let's walk together, and I will show you the balanced nature of eternity. I will grant you insight into the compassion which binds our... But the being of light was cut short, because Dirk Warhard had punched it directly in the groin. This was a shock to the being, because it didn't even know it had a groin. How is this possible, it said. I am the infinite. I have no body parts. I am not... Dirk Warhard punched it again, square in the nuts. God. The being of light doubled over in the most extreme pain it had ever felt. How? This isn't possible. Now Dirk Warhard throat-chopped the being of light. It gasped and sputtered for air. I don't breathe. How? Dirk Warhard clambered up on the being's shoulders, put an arm around his neck in a headlock, and slowly twisted. Send me back to the world of the living, he screamed. Send me back or I'll twist until you snap like a twig. He applied even more pressure. Please no, gasped the being of light. Please, I'll do anything. Just let me go. Being of light pulsed with a golden glow, and Dirk Warhard felt his body begin to rise. He let go and ascended upwards, out of the heavy brown mist, back towards the land of the living. Last things he heard were the being of light breathing in huge heaving gasps, and the bony boatman yelling, "Are you freaking kidding me, bro? Yes!" When Dirk Warhard returned to his body, he discovered that the adventure had given him a new perspective on life. Going against his general distaste for thinking, he reflected on the fragility of human existence and how easily a life is taken. He felt a weight in his chest when he thought about all those perished souls who'd never again breathe air, who'd never walk in the grass nor spend time with the ones they love. And so, with this new outlook on mortality, Dirk Warhard decided that he would live forever. After all, he'd already been to the afterlife once, and to be honest, it kind of sucked, so he'd rather not go back again. So it was a huge relief to decide, because it solved a lot of problems, and he felt the weight in his chest lift completely. With another successful mission behind him, he sat down to begin describing his new perspective on life and mortality for his column in Warhard Weekly. He was also the editor-in-chief of Warhard Weekly, so he'd have to be up all night editing and revising his own writing, not to mention inventing a whole new host of complex words, but that was just the way he liked it. But he doesn't think, though! He grinned. God damn, it's good to be alive. It's another typical day for Dirk Warhard. Jesus. Alright, well I hope you enjoyed that, and I hope you enjoyed this episode. I think we'll stop there with some Dirk Warhard, so hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time for some more.